In the book of Genesis, in the second chapter, God takes a lump of clay and he breathes his spirit into the lump of clay, and it becomes a living being, reminding us that without God or without his spirit, we're nothing. All we have to look forward to is death. And so when the people have turned away from the Lord, and when they are suffering as a consequence of their sins, God speaks through the prophet Isaiah of this day, on that day. And that day is the day of the Lord. A shoot shall sprout from the stump of Jesse, and from his roots a bud shall blossom. In other words, the tree was cut down. And people thought it was the end. But God has a larger plan. The Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him. And then we go through the gifts of the Holy Spirit. This is, in a very real sense, a new creation. Adam and Eve, by turning away from the Lord, they lost the fullness of God's Spirit. But God promises that in that day, he will send his Spirit upon us anew and afresh. And we will experience profound peace. And the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the Lord as water covers the sea. What a wonderful image. That's God's plan for each of us, that God's Spirit will cover us the way water covers the sea. Does water cover the sea? Water is the sea. God's plan is that his Spirit will not simply come upon us, but it will permeate our whole being so that we can share in wisdom and understanding, counsel, strength, knowledge, and fear of the Lord. And our delight when we realize this, we let God just permeate our being, we will delight in the fear of the Lord. Not being afraid, but fear of the Lord. His Spirit will come upon us and fill us and transform our lives. And then we will be radiant with this new life. We will be radiant in God's Spirit.